Hey, I wanted to do a little thing, kind of social ranting. People don't really put together as just should be basic thought, but it also kind of is on economics, and I've threatened to talk about that a lot. So the simple thing is, a lot of people always complain, oh, everything on TV is trash, daytime TV is awful, things like that, especially daytime TV. It breaks down to a very simple thing: who's watching daytime television? Now, yes, some people do work nights, some people have days off, things like that. But on average, the normal person, 9 to 5 shifts, things like that. And even if they're not going to be watching daytime television because they have other things to do, like night shift, you're sleeping, or you're out shopping, things like that, because maybe Tuesday's your weekend. So we know who's watching daytime television. That's why it's terrible. Um, you can even tell, if this seems like a foreign concept to you and you're not completely following it. Have you ever had a cold, had to stay home and watch daytime television? Watch those commercials. What are they all for? They're all for rip-off schools that are more than happy to take your money, ambulance-chasing lawyers, or would be wanting to take your structured settlement and give you cash today. Things along those natures. I think if shops had a TV ads, they would be there, as well as they always let you know that there are payday loans out there, which is ironic for who they're advertising to. But that's one of those things, and not only are people who watch that, and not just the block of daytime, but overall the people who mass take in these products, our entertainment, are the main consumers. They know that that's who it is, so they are setting the bar. It's always the power user, I believe, is the term that people like to throw around for things like that. It's the people that go to McDonald's 3 times a week, the people that watch 40 hours of television a week. Those are the ones who are really setting the rules for you, as someone who wants to sit down and watch Jeopardy, for an hour a week, well, whatever, you know what I mean. So you got to deal with them, and you can thank them for being that kind of person that watches television for 40 hours a week. That's why your shows stink. I want to say there's nothing good on television. I mean, there's Jeopardy, and that's kind of fun. It's mindless sometimes. But no, I'm not really going to go into a huge rant about television being terrible, things like that. I mean, if you enjoy media, you do. It's not really my cup of tea. I have my guilty pleasures. I think we all do. Sometimes you just want to wind down, maybe watch a little sports. But overall, it comes down to that, and I think it's baffled. People think there's some sort of conspiracy theory that the government's trying to dumb us down, or that there's, the talent is gone. Buster Keaton passed away, film is dead. It's really none of that. It's just who is dealing with this and who is the main consumer of the product is going to set the rules, because that's where the money comes from. That's who's using this product. I, as a guy, I'm not going to have a lot of influence on pantyhose design, because it doesn't matter to me, and I'm not an engineer who designs that stuff. I don't know if you were a tailor or a seamstress if you did pantyhose, or engineer. I don't know who builds pantyhose, to be honest with you, and lays it out. But you can obviously follow what I'm saying with this. It's just who the market's going to. And you can really thank those people that have nothing in their lives other than 600 cable channels for why your television shows suck. But yeah, no, I think there's a lot of people overthink this, and this isn't affecting the news media, because everybody in some way takes in the news, whether they like it or not, and that has its own blatantly unopenly hidden anymore agenda. But so this is just your basic, your sitcoms, your romance shows, or what the soap opera things. I think that's game shows, etc. But that's why it's all so terrible, is that they have to cater to the audience that takes it in the most, which is by far the lowest common denominator, because they're not doing anything else with themselves. So if you figure, if you're amused by doing that for 10 hours a day, every day, you're not exactly going to sit there and be quoting Socrates, we'll say. But no, there's no giant plan to take over the world through soap operas. It's just the people that watch them. are watching the most TV, so they really set the rules for the thing. So, you know, when you fill the coffers, you gotta have a little more right to play. So, that's all. Just wanted to say, don't overthink this one. TV stinks because the people that watch it too much stink. So, turn off your TV, find a book or something like that, or go make your own TV show if you don't like them. Okay, have a good one.